Hi everybody, this is Junaid Kabir. First let me introduce what NEOSUN actually is and how we work. So we are basically a global EPC company, which started in 2015, and we have over 200 plus projects all over the globe. We have our current presence in Pakistan, in UAE, Dubai, and in South Africa, having headquarter in Hong Kong and our manufacturing facility in Shenzhen. And if you talk about the other green markers all over the globe, so these are the projects that we have done. And if we go to the previous slide, let me tell you a bit about our CEO. Mr. Ilya Lekov, a high-tech entrepreneur, a CEO with a vision of making world a better place. He runs NEOSUN, and his goal is to make everything affordable by dealing with the energy crisis that our world is going through. We have spent 20% of our employees in R&D, and we are in different markets. We are also somewhat into robotics and in medicine. These are the options that our CEO is also exploring and working on. So moving forward, our presence, as I told you, that we are present in uh, 4 countries at the moment, and we have our projects installed in over 16 countries, all the green markers that you could see. And as I told you, that we are trying to uh, eliminate the energy crisis and make everything affordable for common people. So we are targeting the commercial and industrial sector and customers. Moving forward, here are some main activities that we do. What we do is we provide solar plants from 50 kilowatt up to 10 megawatt, and we also provide the battery backup, the battery systems, the ESS solution from 50 up to 10 megawatts. That means we also got industrial clients who wants to use cheap electricity after the sunlight hours as well. So we also have the nuisance power hubs for small commercial, or you could say also the industrial residential application. Moving forward, let's talk about the current energy challenges in the hotel and resort industries. We have two basic problems, or you could say there are 2 points to be discussed: the energy demand and its cost, and the reliability and the availability of the energy. Moving forward, we have these few points that make the energy consumption whether good or bad for you. So the energy consumption affects a hotel in such way that when you have a high energy demand, the hotels have high energy demand because they are dealing with the cooling and the heating elements like the chillers and the heaters. Both of these require a lot of electricity. So this is why it becomes high in demand. The lighting is also have made the list because you need to light up those hallways, those walkways, those corridors. Those are inside the building and do not have proper sunlight, so you need to light them up. And another thing is that your high demand is due to your high occupancy and weather. And since we are hosting this webinar for Pakistan and specifically Karachi and Lahore, so unfortunately, or both of these cities are actually extreme in their weathers. They are coldest, they are hottest. So you need these things. Then we talk about the regional energy cost. So, yeah, in Pakistan, we have the expensive energy cost of energy compared globally. If you take the average of the global prices, and also we are dependent on fuels that are imported. That is also a problem. Another thing is the impact on operation budget. So, what impact does your energy consumption has on your budget is 4 to 6%. When I was researching for this webinar, I got surprised that 4 to 6% of the total sales revenue is given to in terms of like the electricity bills or the utility bills. So your energy consumption is taking 6% of your revenue. that you could have spent on your marketing, your expansion of business, any kind of investment that you could have done. Moving on, have unreliable power supply because the network we are facing right now in Pakistan, 9,000 megawatt of shortage in terms that our demand is 32,000 and our transmission network is only 24,000. So we are facing somewhat around 9,000 megawatts of problems. So this is going to impact you in future because we are not working. Pakistan is not working right now in that direction. So in order to get out of that, you need to be independent. You are right now you have diesel generators, but you have high maintenance costs. You have a high maintenance operation cost and environmental impact. Yeah, yeah. I would say that what we are right now, what we are using is taking a lot of you could say a dip into healthy environment. We are not having a healthy environment. We are increasing our carbon footprint. So let's move forward. Then let's talk about how solar power can help hotels. So um, these are some things. The list of how we can help with some good points. Number one, solar energy can save cost in terms of electricity bills. You don't have to pay, and then you have the return on investment. That is a very healthy part. You every time when you invest in it due to because you want that investment back. You want to make good investment. So solar gives you that. You have energy independence, the reliability power source, because you are not depending on any kind of transmission network or any kind of generator or anything, but a source that is available right there. And it is your own source. So that is your power supply, reliable power supply. You are independent of the charges that are fluctuating. No matter how much expensive electricity gets, you have your own plant on your roof. Then you have the environmental benefits, that is your reduced carbon footprint and sustainability leadership because people you will be stepping into the sustainable world and you will be leading by example. And then you have some government incentives. Government gives incentives every now and then to those who have taken some green initiatives. So you will be a part of that. You will qualify for that. If we talk about the enhanced guest experience, so yeah, uh, when you market, by the way, the 6% that now you will be saving, not giving to the utilities, but also putting on your marketing, so you can do green marketing with that. And green marketing means two things. You can tell that you are a green, you could say, environmental friendly hotel, and also you can do some things that I'm going to tell you in future, like in the next slides. So corporate social responsibility, and then we have long-term benefits. Solar is not an investment for 1 year or 2 years. It's not even an investment for a decade. It's an investment for 3 decades. So you are covered for 30 years. So it's a huge investment. It's going to be a long-term investment that is going to you will have its fruit. So moving forward, what are the pain points and challenges in adopting solar power? Like why a lot of hotels have not moved to solar. So we have divided this problem into two parts: the primary and the secondary. The primary and the most common issue is the problem that they have in their mind is high initial investment. Okay, and then the second is space and aesthetic issue. So these both we will be addressing these. And the secondary issues are somewhat like regulatory and policy barrier, like this is going to happen, government is going to do this and that. Then you have the economic and market factor. Economic factor is also very essential, or you could say important and significant. But if I talk about the market factor, there is a problem that a lot of people, when customers are right now very confused, because if you're asking someone for the quotation, you got a quotation a good price, but then you come to know that they are not offering quality services. So that issue has made people, or you could say customers, uh, it's very hard for them to trust anybody. So then we have the maintenance and reliability. People think that it is what kind of maintenance I'm going to have. So these are the concerns. And then you have the awareness and perception. So awareness and perception is a good thing, but having a wrong kind of perception because you got when you were trying to get aware, so you saw some wrong video that was a misleading, informing video. So that leads to not awareness but lack of awareness basically. So having the lack of awareness and wrong perception is a problem. That's why people are not going. So moving forward, uh, if I talk about the first part, so you have high initial investment. Okay, so basically any investment is calculated based on the ROI, the return of that investment. So in solar, you have the return will come hardly in 2 years, maximum in 2 years. Okay, so if I talk about the long-term cost saving, so yeah, as I told you that it is investment for 3 decades. So you will be getting the investment back in the starting 2 years maximum. Okay, so after that the 28 years you will only be eating the fruit out of this tree. Okay, so if we talk about the increased property value, a lot of people, a lot of builders who are making residential projects in Karachi especially, what they do is they have a model flat or model residence house. What they do is that they mount solar panel over it and they start selling, showing that house. So customers are demanding that solar panel along with that. So it is also increasing your value. A lot of people who are selling their houses, they are also increasing their prices just because they have solar panels installed over there. And if we talk about the space and aesthetic issues, so yeah, I mean you can just reduce or replace those traditional equipment with solar equipment, just like your street light and everything else. I'm going to explain it in a bit. So moving forward, we have how can we tackle this issue, the space and aesthetic issue. So in order to do that, I have an example over here. That is a hotel named Ramada. This is, yeah, you can see the picture. So they have installed solar on their buildings. When I was in conversation with them, so they told me that we have exceeded our limit. Like we do not have any more space available. But when I saw their map, so I find a lot of opportunities over there. Like if you talk about at the very bottom, you can see the rectangle. They can install solar over there. If you talk about the top left corner, the two rectangles that are carport, so you can install carport over there. Also, we can also NEOSUN also has EV chargers, by the way. So we can also provide you with the EV or charging option. So that is not an issue. And you can see the street lights. So you could say replacing the traditional component. Street light is one of them. So just street light, change it to solar street light. And on the roof, they were not thinking about this roof that is mentioned in the below corner. So you can also mount solar panels over there, and the carport is going to give them a lot of solar input. So as per our calculation, Ramada can do right now is they can add more 50% more capacity of solar panels. So yeah, so we have a lot of examples as well in the other slides. So how they can, what other places where they can mount their solar panels. So this is a list of them. Let me show you in a bit detail. So if we talk about the swimming pools, I have some examples. If you see these pictures, moving forward to the next slide, yeah, so this is an example. The right top picture and the below picture are an example of installing in the open space. But if you talk about the left one, so you can also make an outdoor swimming pool become an indoor swimming pool. And this is, by the way, the left side picture, in the bottom left corner and in the top right corner. Both of these panels are basically glass solar panels. They do not have any frame, and NEOSUN actually gives you this. So this is how you can utilize swimming pool area. If we move forward, you will see that we have the car parking spaces. So this is how we have utilized. By the way, this is a project of NEOSUN. Okay, so you can use this type of solar mountings, and you can also place EV chargers over here. So that is also going to increase your kind of your clientele. Okay, so moving forward, you have the street lights and fences. Okay, so Street lights you have also seen, but this is something new, the fences. So basically, our glass solar panel that I told you about, this is NEOSUN's brand, NEOSUN's product. So we can use this in as a fences throughout our hotel, and you can get generation from them. Right now, we are using iron bars over there, iron frames over there, iron grills over there that are completely useless. The fences. Okay. So what you could do is that now you can use fences with you can just replace your iron bars with the fences. Okay. And if I talk about the further, this is also an application of the glass solar panel. So you can replace your windows and your glass roofs and windows with your solar panels. That is also called the BIPV, that built-in integrated photovoltaic. So how much you can really save with solar power? So I would like to invite Mr. Ehsan in to brief you about this.
Thank you, Mr. Junaid, for your insightful presentation. Now we are going to talk about the thing that Mr. Junaid talked about was utilizing the spaces, available spaces in innovative methodologies, and we are going to discuss the impact that we are going to see, we are going to face, we are going to experience when we utilize spaces in different innovative methods, and then assess what is going to be the return on your solar investment. So we have prepared a few examples for you. Number one is a beach luxury hotel in Karachi. And here I have highlighted the areas that is available other than the rooftop. Usually the perception is that the solar can be installed only on the rooftop, or the rooftops are only the best option available and the other spaces cannot be utilized in hotels and resort industries based on the aesthetics and aesthetic issues as well. But what we have experienced and what the solar industry is experiencing is that solar can be aesthetically pleasing. Solar can be utilized in different innovative methods, as explained earlier. So here we have highlighted only the areas which other than the roof. Okay, so we have the roof available for solar installation, but we also have other areas, and we have highlighted some of them. The top rectangle, it's a car parking area, so it can be utilized, and a carport structure can be installed over there. Also, the swimming pool area, as highlighted earlier, can be utilized. And then also we have the street lights that can be converted into solar street lights, and the solar energy can be utilized to power those street lights. And by using these spaces, we can increase the solar power capacity in any facility. So let's see what we did. So when we utilize the whole area, this is a layout of the solar PV installation in on the rooftops as well as the other areas that we highlighted, and we found out that we can reach up to 400 kilowatt power solar power station in this facility. Some of the ways that we used this areas was that we introduced solar panels on the swimming pool area, and also we introduced solar panels carport structure in the parking lot. So this gave us an additional capacity of solar PV in this facility, and collectively we reached 400 kilowatt. But let's see what is the difference if we only use the roof areas and then the additional areas, then the additional capacity that which was added because of the additional areas. So if we were using only the rooftops, the total solar PV plant capacity could have been 209 kilowatt. But with the addition of the swimming pool area, which has a capacity of 52 kilowatt, and the addition of parking lot area, that is 139 kilowatt. So we took the rooftop capacity of only 209 kilowatt to 400 kilowatt. That is a 90% system addition, 90% system size addition. from the original 209 kilowatt. So you can see that if only the roof areas were utilized, 209 kilowatt would have been installed. And there was no other building to be installed. There was no other building to be used for solar PV installation. But we used the swimming pool area that was available and the parking lot area that is available. Right now, just like we discussed before, that we have many other options like BIPV, building integrated photovoltaics, BAPV, BIPV, and many other ideas as well that can be utilized in this hotel, and the total overall system capacity can be even further. But that requires a detailed study of the area and study of the location. So this is where what we have made as an example, and let's see that what does this 400 kilowatt system bring to Beach Luxury Hotel. Of course, it is an investment. The total PV system size is of 400 kilowatt that is achieved in this facility, and the total cost of the project is 39 million. It will be 39 million for this facility. But what we see is that during the first year, this is going to produce 551,000 units of electricity for this facility, and which will in return give 27 million savings in the first year. Now, this improves the payback period. Sorry. With the increasing cost of energy with the recent increasing cost of energy in Pakistan, what we have experienced that the payback period, the return on investment is getting better and better on solar every day, and which makes the payback period for solar on this facility to be 1.5 years. That is a high return on investment of 64%. And also there is going to be a huge carbon saving, which can be used as a green marketing tool for any industry, for even the hotel industry and any other industry. So the carbon saving can be 209 tons per year from this solar PV installation. Also, another important thing that the levelized cost of electricity for this system comes out to be 4.4 rupees per unit, per kilowatt hour, which means that in its entire solar lifetime, each unit that is going to be produced by this system is going to cost you only 4.46 rupees per kilowatt hour. That makes it a lot cheaper than the grid electrical unit, which is usually costing you around 50 to 60 rupees per kilowatt in this day and age. And of course, it is only going to increase. Let's move ahead. And we have prepared another example for you. This is a hotel which is based in Lahore. It is called Royal Swiss Hotel. What we analyzed is they have some solar installation on the facility, but we highlighted the area that can be used further. You can see that they have the rooftop area available. They have lots of rooftop area still available. We don't really know why haven't they utilized it, but we can see here that some of the area is been utilized for the solar PV installation. But let's go ahead and see that how can more spaces be added to the rooftop area, so that we don't only have the rooftop area but other areas as well, and how this will impact the total system size and the unit generation. So what we highlighted is by using the innovative techniques, innovative methods discussed earlier, we can install the double class solar PV panels and for BIB, and for the skylights, we can replace the skylights and we can use the double class panels here. And also we have lots of parking space available, and here we can use the carport solar power structure. And also we have some of the area that is available, and we can use it for the shaded walking area. We can create some structures that can provide shade as well as can be used to generate power, and we have highlighted that area in the top and the bottom of this picture. So let's move ahead and see what are the impacts. First, First, we only utilized the areas which are available on the roof, the standard area that is considered for solar installation. And we found out that the total system size that can be installed in this area is 833 kilowatt power. So we can see that, yeah, okay, the installation methods can different can be some areas can be added or some areas can be removed, but overall the general perception is that 833 kilowatt hours can be installed in this way on these rooftops. But when we add the other area that is available, the car parking area, the walking areas, the walking shaded areas, and also the skylight area, then we can increase this capacity from 833 kilowatt to 1304 kilowatts. Now that is a major increase of 450 kilowatt plus. Let's see. Only rooftops, 833 kilowatt powers. But utilizing the other spaces, as you can see in the other pictures, in additional areas, we are adding 471 kilowatt power of the solar PV system size. So, which increases the overall capacity to 1,304 kilowatts. Uh, you might be wondering that why are we focusing on adding more and more solar system size, but that is important considering that more system size means more units generated each and every single day. More units generated will result in less dependence on grid, lower cost of energy, and a higher payback, well, actually a higher return on your investment. So again, I'm going to explain it a little bit further. So the skylight area that we utilized, we increased 34 watt solar power capacity in that skylight area. Of course, we had two parking shed areas, and in one we had 255 kilowatt power. Solar system can be installed in that parking area, and in the other, the backside parking area, we can increase 105 kilowatt system size. So the total system size was 1,303 kilowatt, and it is a 56% system size increase. Initially 800 something kilowatt, and but finally we go to 1.3 megawatt, which is a huge increase. So in case any facility thinks that we don't have any more capacity to utilize solar, to install solar, this shows that we can utilize solar, we can install solar in different ways, in different methodologies, and increase our solar generation, increase our solar system size. Let's get to some of the financial impacts of this installation. Okay, so the Royal Swiss Hotel Lahore's total system size 1.3 megawatt, and the total estimated cost of this project would be 127 million for this facility. But with 127 million spent by this facility, they will get 1.7 millions of electrical units generated in the first year, which will result in 89 million Pakistani rupees in savings. Now, this is again a very highly attractive return on investment of 67%, and the payback period is less than 1.5 years. Now, any investment that gives you a return, a complete return on your investment in 1.5 years is highly attractive. And considering that during in these calculations, we have kept the electrical cost from the grid to be around 52 rupees per unit, which we all know that with the addition of taxes and everything goes much higher than that. So we can actually have the payback period even less than this. And also because there are two factors involved in the payback period. First is the initial cost of investment, and the second is, of course, the source that you're replacing. Right now in Pakistan, solar is at a price that it was around 7 years ago, 7 to 8 years ago. So it is very these days the prices are very, very attractive. So we have lower prices, and higher grid prices, higher grid energy prices. So these two factors are involved, and which makes this investment very attractive. And this makes the payback period to be very attractive as well. Again, the carbon savings, 809 tons per year of carbon emission will be saved from this system installation. Any facility, any industry can use these carbon savings, and they can market it, they can trade it. Of course, we know about the carbon credits and everything. There is a separate market as well. And let's discuss the levelized cost of electricity. Again, all the units that are generated from this solar system, the levelized solar lifetime cost is only 4.42 rupees. Now compare it to 50 to 60 rupees that you are experiencing the grid energy prices right now, and compare it to 4.42 rupees for 25 to 30 years. You're only going to spend 4.42 rupees per unit of electricity that is going to be consumed. So this gives you energy security for the future, and you're free from any grid fluctuations that the country is experiencing, and it secures your future's energy wise, and it secures your future financial wise, because that is a part of your expenses, your operational expenses, that can be saved and can be utilized in other avenues as well. Okay, so let's talk about what NEOSUN is offering to this industry. And of course, I'm going to talk about our product range. NEOSUN is providing the double glass solar PV modules as discussed earlier. Now, this glass module is specifically designed for building integrated photovoltaic applications. And it is very affordable. It is affordable, and it is aesthetically very pleasing, and has dozens of application scenarios. We can see in these pictures what can be the applications. As you can see, that it can replace the walls, it can replace the windows, it can replace the roof skylights, it can be an entire roof. And also we discussed about the shaded footpaths or walking areas. It can be utilized over there as well. Carport structures are a very attractive thing, very attractive place where these panels can be used. And also these panels are very attractive in agrivoltaics as well. Agrivoltaics is a concept where agriculture and photovoltaics meet, and we can use it even there. So this is a very interesting and very attractive product that NEOSUN Energy is offering worldwide. Another thing, NEOSUN solar LED solar street lights. Even NEOSUN is offering solar street lights as well. They can be utilized anywhere. The installation can be on roadways, parking lots, parks, walkways, and even at your home. It can be utilized at your home. It has a Philips SMD LED lights, and it has a radius, a coverage area of 10 meters, and this is something that you can install in remote areas as well, where the grid power is not available. Solar street lights can be used in the hotel industry. So because solar industry is more concerned to aesthetics. Actually, the aesthetics play a more important role in the decision making in hotel and resort industry. So replacing your street lights with solar LED lights will of course increase your savings and reduce your energy costs. These are some of the applications. These are some of the the cases. As you can see, so these can be used. Some day pictures and some night pictures, and these show the applications of this solar LED street lights. Of course, NEOSUN is offering lithium-ion batteries and energy storage systems. This with a discharge can be discharged up to 90 to 95%, and a lifetime of 20 years. 8,000 cycles with at least 80% of initial capacity. So these batteries are used, and NEOSUN is using these batteries in its commercial energy storage systems as well, and also in the industrial as well. NEOSUN Power Hub is very interesting. Is a very interesting product that NEOSUN has come up with. It is actually it is very portable. It is highly affordable, and the application scenarios they vary a lot, and they're very diverse. And you can see this is a containerized battery solution with its own charging from solar. So this can be utilized in any remote areas, and power generation setup, energy supply setup uh, can be provided in any area with sunlight in a few hours, only a few hours. So we have different options in the features, and we can see that the power output it ranges from 12 kilowatt to 50 kilowatt, and the battery storage system it can be up to 100 kilowatt hours. Assembly time is very low, and it is scalable for larger installation. If we want to increase the capacity, then it is scalable. Different units can be installed together, and the overall capacity of the system can be increased. It is a plug and play design. It's very easy to install. Some of the applications it can be used for hotels that are located in areas that are very far off. So a, a reliable source of electricity, of reliable source of energy is available for all the resorts and the hotels where in remote areas. Now with this thing, you don't have to rely on fossil fuel. You don't have to rely on the energy from the grid, and this can be used by anyone who is working remotely. Also, some of the other applications, mining and industrial facilities, road construction, rural grocery shops, post offices, banks, uh, banks, of course, they require electricity 24/7, and they are actually they are everywhere. So they need this kind of solution. And there are many other off-grid applications that can be that this NEOSUN Power Hub can be used for. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about where NEOSUN has already made its impact. NEOSUN and NEOSUN products have made impact. Some of the commercial projects we have mentioned here, just like this one, this is actually a carport structure that was built in Russia and delivered in Russia by NEOSUN Energy. In this, NEOSUN Energy solar panels are used. NEOSUN Energy solar EV charger is used, and this is in operations for the last 3 years. As you can see, that this is a carport structure that is very aesthetically pleasing as well. We have also different other commercial projects as well. For Allianz in Moscow, Russia, we have installed a 66 kilowatt solar PV plant with our own NEOSUN Ultra solar panels. Also, one of the remote farms in Russia, 117 kilowatt power with NEOSUN. As you can see that the palette NEOSUN with the NEOSUN Energy logo, that NEOSUN Energy solar panels were utilized in this installation, and this was a 117 kilowatt installation for a plant for a farm actually in remote Russia. And 100 kilowatt project again with NEOSUN solar panels with annual yield of 105 megawatt hours. Another example of a remote installation, and one of the hotel complexes in Moscow, Russia, Fox Lodge Hotel, 102 kilowatt. It is also, as you can see, that it is a remote area, so energy can be a little challenging over here, energy supply, for which 102 kilowatt solar PV panels were installed by NEOSUN, and NEOSUN Max Power solar panels were used, and it can generate 110 megawatt hours annually for this facility. This is an example of NEOSUN Energy Storage System, also Power Hub. I told you about that it is available in different sizes from 12 kilowatt to 50 kilowatt. This is an example of its installation in Russia. As you can see, the environment that is installed is very remote. It's very harsh, but these solar panels, and even these solar panels, can be changed to bifacial solar panels or double glass solar panels, which perform very well under snowy conditions. So this is something that we are very proud of. This is something that we are targeting to introduce in Pakistan market, and I'm sure this is going to be a very successful and very useful product in Pakistan market. So it has lithium-ion batteries with more than 8,000 cycles available to be used. And again, the solar panels installed here are also NEOSUN product. Well, that was it from our side. I hope that today's session, today's webinar has been very useful for you. And I'm sure you must have some questions. If you guys have any questions, then please let us know. Let's start with the question and answer session.
Hi, Labov. I have a question. So in one of the slides, I seen that we can only go 60% off grid with a hotel. Is there any way we can go 100% off grid with installing solar on in hotels?
I was listening to say. Yes. Well, the answer is that anything is possible. Yes, we can go 100% off grid as well, but that would require a huge investment in your backup source as well. The only problem with solar is that it is an intermittent resource. Okay, so you cannot rely on it completely that it will be available 365 days a year, 24/7, every day, every week. It is not possible. So we have to make sure that we have enough backup available in the form of either the best system and other some form of generators, some gas generators or diesel generators can be used. And yes, it is possible to go completely off grid for any hotels or resorts that are in remote areas or even in the cities. We can go off grid, but that requires some backup. In battery energy, some investment, major investment in battery energy storage system, and also and having another backup in the form of generators for the days where solar is not performing that well. The weather is overcast, the production is not up to the mark. So we need to have some form of backup, some form of autonomy for a few days. That is possible with investment, but that increases your payback period. Well, the return, of course, the investment is high, and as it is not something that is going to be used primarily, because the generators are going to be there, they're not going to be our primary source of energy, or the energy storage system. Even the energy storage system is not going to be a primary source of utilization. So this will increase your operation and your, of course, upfront cost. And in return, your payback period will increase. Also, although it will still give you a return on your investment, maybe 30%, maybe 20% or 30%, and with a payback period of still somewhere around 4 to 5 years. It is possible.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Yes, please tell us.
My question is, what is the opinion on the government's plan to implement the cross metering?
For the gross metering, okay. So let me answer your question really quick. So basically, first we need to
Yeah.
understand what's the issue with gross metering and why is it going to be implemented. So first of all, if we talk about the Pakistani market right now, so the government is depends upon the industrialists. So this same government gave you the initiative to come towards solar, and now if they say about moving towards gross metering, so it can't happen. The problem is that since I told you that our demand is basically 32,000 megawatts, but we have the network that the distribution network of only 26,000 megawatt. So we face an issue over there. That is that we do not have that kind of system right now. So it is very first of all, the gross metering has needs to have two transmission lines going to a single home, one for the import meter and the second for the export meter. Okay, but right now we do not have that. So the government cannot invest this much in order to implement the gross metering. So what will happen now is that we have net metering right now, and we are trying to go to gross metering, but we cannot go to gross metering. So we have a middle way, that is net billing. Okay. So the maximum that we can do right now is net billing. The difference between net metering and net billing is that when we were doing the net metering, so first of all, you fill your self-consumption desires. If you generate 10 units and you need 10 units to consume, you can consume them. And you cannot, you don't want to export anything, fine. But if you are using only 5 units and you are exporting those 5 units, so what is happening right now in net metering is that your exported units that your distribution company has, they balance it and they net off that unit with your off-peak units during the night time. Okay. But what is going to happen in your net billing? Only you can use all that you want. Okay, all that you want in during the day. But if you export any unit, they are not going to net off those units at night. They are only going to purchase those units in a certain cost. That is the total issue. So this is not that huge of a dent. I would say that if you save 100% of your bill with your net metering, and with gross metering it was reducing to 20%. That if metering is implemented, you can only save 20%. But if we talk about the middle way, that is the net billing, so in net billing you will be able to save 70% of your bill. Like with net metering, you were able to save 100%, but with net billing, you will be able to save only 70%, maybe 60 as well, but 70% is what you can you can do right now. So I believe I answer your question that the government will not be going to gross metering because it is not technically possible for Pakistan government to go for it. Okay, am I clear, or do you have any question about it?
Okay, great. I got it.
Okay, thank you.
It seems like that. It seems like that all the questions have been answered. Ms. Lyubov, if we don't have any more questions, then I think this would be it.
Yeah, thank you everybody for your attention. We are always open for your questions in any time. Please contact us directly. Visit our website to find out our solutions and projects. And have a good day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much,
much for
everyone.
attending.
Take care.
Have a good day.